All right, it's Thursday, May 2nd, just following up on the SPY. I've decided to take a small base hit gain on this trade and continue to watch it to the downside. I bought some puts here on bar number 2 as it headed down, came to its inflection point, which was the targets. So you could have taken profits down there. This was yesterday's close. Yesterday's low and the pre-market low, and it hit that area, had the expected pause. We came up, started the push down here, and now we're starting green on this bar, kind of above, the open of the month and everything else. And we're just not getting that strong follow through. This should have been more of a orderly pause that continued lower. And at the moment, it's a little tricky to know if it's going to maybe try to rally up higher to the midpoint of that first bar or not. So I just decided to exit for now, but the 505 puts at 433, scaled out of 550 to set up a nose trade, and just exited the rest at 467. So an overall small gain on this trade overall, and I'll continue to watch it. If we get a red bar here that comes, closes red and starts looking like it wants to attack the low of the day again, I could re-enter. We still have the 2 down on the daily, chart in force, and we still have the weekly chart that looks like it still wants to get down with 2 days to go towards the bottom of its range, which is the 495 area after the 2 up failure, getting through the midpoint of that bar, starting lower. But this price action is kind of pausing here a little too long. And again, you could still be holding. As long as it kind of holds the midpoint of that first bar, I think with consolidating, it could still be heading lower. But I'm also kind of gauging some other stocks out there that are building some strength. So I just want to see what happens here, and you can always re-enter to the short side. So we'll see what happens. It's still a valid short trade as long as it holds the midpoint of that first bar. And if you scaled out, then you can kind of weather this storm a little bit if it wants to head lower. For me, I'm just going to look to maybe it'll come up, take out liquidity here, and eventually get a red bar and give me a re-entry point. And maybe it's safe in case things don't work out. Maybe the thing will really rally here by the end of the day. So we will see what happens on this one. But just watching price action, I decided to play conservative and exit with a small gain, and I'll continue to watch it for the downside.